out of 10 is top 10. 10 out of 10, better go tell a friend, 'cause 10 out of 10 is top 10. 10 out of 10 is top 10. 10 out of 10 is top 10. 10 out of 10, better go tell a friend, 'cause 10 out of 10 is top 10.
We're back, aren't we, Gloria? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And you know what? I'm Betty Bima, by the way.
I'm Gloria Altania.
And we're the Pabulum Partners.
That's right.
What were you?
You're watching 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, where we count down our top 10 things. It could be anything from social media to business to travel to food. So what are we covering this week?
And this week, we're going to cover the top 10 travel destinations that we like.
Yay! Let's get into it then with our number 10.
Number 10. All right, Moab, Utah. Moab, Utah. Moab is between the Arches and Canyonland National Park in Utah's Red Rock Desert, or Eastern Utah. So why go to Moab? It's an outdoors person's dream with miles of mountain bike trails, canyons, rock walls, major rivers, and many hiking opportunities. Moab is basically a mountain bike mecca, and it's known where the bikers go to slick rock bike trails. It's one of the most challenging bike trails in the world. The Moab, Utah starts in southern Rocky Mountain, Colorado, or the Colorado River passes through Moab. And a fun fact about the mountains there, airplanes aren't allowed to fly over the Arches National Park because of the vibrations from the planes, which could potentially break its delicate features. So, Moab is not only an adventurous place, it's very tender and delicate. So you should treat it with respect. Have you ever been to Moab, Utah, Bima?
I've never been to Utah, period. I've never been to Middle America at all. And I think it's a trip worth taking. A lot of people, in the US, they feel like when they travel, they have to go to another country. But there's a lot of valuable places that you could visit right here in the United States.
Yes, I agree. There's a lot of jewels and very picturesque, excuse me, can't talk today, picturesque places that you can get right here in the United States of America. Now, I had a chance to go to Moab, Utah with some friends of mine, and I have to say that I've never seen the stars more clearer than I have in Utah, in Moab. Hiking up the trails and being there at night, seeing the arches, it's so beautiful. And that last picture on the last clip, I got it off the internet because we couldn't capture the stars right because you have to have a certain camera. So if you have a certain camera, it just looks like cloudy with speckles, but you really see the stars just like that picture. And it was so much fun. But I have to say that you do have to have lots and lots of water because it gets hot. Okay.
So let me ask you, who would you recommend this trip to? Like, who should go on this type of trip?
Well, I recommend this trip for not only people who love the outdoors, but I think anybody can take this trip just to see the stars up close and personal like that, because they have some, very novice hikes that you can do, especially one like basically in Moab, they have like different parks, right? So you can choose which park you want to go to, which national park you want to go to, and they'll give you a map and they'll let you know the difficulties on that. So you can either just walk.
So there's a lot of it's like challenge hiking or something, right?
Yeah.
Or
so you have a chance to walk right up to a rock, or you can take miles and miles to trek to certain rocks.
Okay, well, let's get into our next one.
All right, number 9.
Now, there was a time when people would say Texas and certain things would come to mind if you're not from the Lone Star State, such as farms, horses, and conservatives. And yes, those things do exist in Texas, but now there's a whole new world inside the second largest state of the United States. Austin, Texas is smack in the middle of the southwestern state, south of Dallas, north of Houston, and east of good old San Antonio. With a growing population of 950,000 plus people, Austin is the capital of Texas and home to my alma mater, the University of Texas at Austin, the Longhorns. There's plenty of places to eat, by the way, including the beautiful Tex-Mex Polynesian fusion restaurant, Hula Hut, that sits on the edge of Lake Austin on the Colorado River, or the infamous lunch spot known as Franklin Barbecue. Located east of I-35, people sometimes get up at 5 in the morning to line up for their fantastic brisket, ribs, and sausage. Then you have the sparkling man-made Lake Travis that is surrounded by big, beautiful trees and homes owned by celebrities such as Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, and some serious business tycoons. You have the option to jet ski or take a yacht out. Some other cool things include the promenade for shopping and the party street, also known as 6th Street, or the Dirty Six. Here's some interesting facts. They're also known for their music and TV and film scene. I like to call it Texywood, with festivals such as South by Southwest. One of the best parts of Austin and Texas overall is the housing. Although state property taxes in Texas are higher than that of California, Texas gives you more bang for the buck. For example, this 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3,000 square foot, 2-story house right here would cost an arm and a leg in the worst part of Southern California, but it's only $495,000 in Texas. I love this place for its immaculate summer weather, Texas-style landscape, and Austin is a great place for just meeting people. Man, they should pay me for this ad. I know you heard in recent news that a lot of people have been moving to places like Florida, Texas, and what was the other one? Tennessee, I believe.
What about Atlanta? A lot of people move there too, right?
I'm not so sure about that one. Maybe for the entertainment field.
Okay, number 8.
Just 73 miles south of Cancun and west of Cozumel, Tulum sits on the coastline of the Yucatan Peninsula in the state of Quintana Roo, Mexico. Tulum has close to 30,000 inhabitants with a commuter average of about 15,000 people who just come to town to work. In recent years, social media influencers and celebrities have made Tulum a popular travel destination. Many of them like to go to the Tulum Jungle Gym located at the Hotel Beach Zone. However, Tulum is known for a lot more things. People love to swim to the cenotes, aka sinkholes. Tulum has the cenote Calavera, Grand Cenote, Casa Cenote, and Cenote Crystal. Also, Paradise Beach is a haven for the mind, body, and soul. They have cozy restaurants, regular beach yoga sessions, and sound gardens. Other hotspots include the Tulum Archaeological Zone and Parque Nacional Tulum, where you can view some of the Mayan ruins. One of the most visited sites, El Castillo, sits right on the edge of the town overlooking the Caribbean. Here's an interesting fact. The site of a pre-Columbian Mayan wall city, Tulum was one of the last cities built and inhabited by the Mayan. Maya. The best time to travel to Tulum is between November and February. However, this is also when the most people travel to the destination. Tulum's rainiest months are in September and October. Why can't I talk? So have you ever been to Tulum?
I have never been to Tulum, but my friend actually just went to Tulum this past weekend, and she told me that she went to the cave, the cenote.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying it right. That she swam there, and it was warm. That's what she was. She was like, "Boy, was it!"
Oh, it's really warm.
Yeah, she said it was warm.
It's good to have that kind of beach weather, right? When you go on vacation.
Alberta, Canada, a province in Western Canada. Landscape encompasses mountains, prairies, desert, badland, and a vast forest. Has more than 600 lakes and rich mineral deposits. Color from the deposits from the rock is due to the rock's flour, carried in the glacier, and when the sun reflects of these particles, it refracts blue and green wavelengths of light. So If you ever wonder why the water is so blue, it's because of the rock flower and how the sun hit it and how it reflects off the sunlight reflects. Now, Canada was a place that I had a chance to visit, and it was marvelous. My friends and I take yearly trips, and we pick destinations where we think we will relax the most, even though we end up just trekking and doing the most instead of, we do the complete opposite, basically. If you ever go to Alberta, Canada, it's definitely for people who love nature. I would say that if you love nature, 100% this is the way to go because of the forest and the mountains and just hiking. You do lots and lots of hiking. We hiked so much that we didn't even have time to eat. Manuel Antonio, Costa Rica is a marvelous destination to visit. One of his jewels being Manuel Antonio National Park. By car, it's about 2.5 to 3 hour ride from San Jose, which is the town that you would normally fly into for tourists. Flights are usually about 30 minutes if you plan to fly from San Jose to Manuel Antonio National Park, which is a small little town in Costa Rica. Now, I picked Manuel Antonio because of the beach and the national park. And like I said before, it is the smallest national park in Costa Rica, but there's loads of activities, shops, souvenirs, and other things that you can do, especially like snorkeling or banana boat rides, which is a thrill if you've never tried it before. So this is another destination that I had a chance to visit and with my friends, and we like to do adventurous things, right? So this is for the everyday nature person or just the everyday person who just wants to get away, because you can relax and live a simple life by the beach, right? You can go to the national park and see monkeys rolling around like you did in that video clip.
You can actually see monkeys?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's awesome.
They're so cute. They're just everywhere, right? Yeah. And I've never seen a monkey like that close before. So when I spotted one, I was like, oh my God, look. And everybody's running over there trying to take pictures of that. But yeah, it's just zip lining, snorkeling, which by the way, if you're not used to the deep waves, you can get motion sickness. So beware of that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, number 5.
On the east coast of the United States lies the wonderful broad city of New York. The big tourist city consists of 5 boroughs: Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island. Although I think that Harlem should be its own borough, especially since it was home to the Harlem Renaissance, where Black people would celebrate art, poetry, jazz, and fashion in the 1920s. Centered at the cornerstone of the Hudson River and the Atlantic Ocean, New York is considered the most populous city in the U.S., with an estimated 8.3 million people, while Manhattan is one of the most densely populated boroughs, and Brooklyn holds the record for the largest population overall. There's so many things to see in New York. There's Times Square, the Brooklyn Bridge, the financial district where Wall Street is, the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, further up the way, the boardwalk at Coney Island, and then, of course, there's Broadway, where right now you can see Broadway shows such as British musical Six, the biographical Tina, based on the life of Tina Turner, and old-time theater favorite, Chicago. And you don't want to miss Central Park, which is one of the most filmed locations in the world. First created in May 1963, Central Park is the 5th largest park in New York at 843 acres. And I can't go to New York without dining at my favorite food spots, Prince's Pizza and Gray's Papaya, where you can get some good New York hot dogs at a very affordable price. Whoa! You remember our trip to New York a few years ago, right?
Yes, I do. And my favorite was Central Park.
Yes, exactly. Now, I just want to break down the demographic makeup of New York. So it's very diverse out there. At least 37% are born in another place before coming to New York. Many people migrate from the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Haiti, India, Ecuador, Mexico, and Russia. With the influx of different ethnicities and races comes a vast range of different cultures that make New York even more valuable as a place. So it's one of my top destinations.
Oh, nice. What was your favorite part about New York?
I would say the eating part, but I definitely enjoyed the second and third, Central Park, and the museum that we went to that's like right across the street from Central Park.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Natural History, the Museum
Natural History
Museum of Natural
Museum?
History, or yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, well, let's jump into the next one.
Okay.
Naples, Italy. Naples is the third largest city behind Rome and Milan, with a population of 2.1 million people. Located in southern Italy and lies on the west coast of the Italian peninsula. When I think of Italy, I think of ancient ruins and history, and that's one reason why I'd love to travel to Naples. It has castles, a royal palace, ancient graves, crypts, and tunnels that will satisfy the mind of any curious person. Did you know that Naples is just a short distance from the ancient ruins of Pompeii?
No.
Yes, it is. And Mount Vesuvius, which is a volcano. So like they have a lot of stuff. Even though it's the third largest, it's not the biggest. But it sits on this little island, and they have an active volcano right next to it, like 35 minutes away, or depending on how far on the edge of the town you are, you could be 6 minutes away, and you can go see it. Actually, I found out that Mount Vesuvius erupted in August on the 23rd of 2020 last year. Mm-hmm. And it reached like a volcano term, level 9, which was the biggest. So I was just like, oh my God, everything was happening in 2020, including the eruption of the volcano. But, Italy is known for its food and wine as well, and pizza. So,
I love pizza.
Yeah, everyone loves pizza. And I'm sure they have some very nice, fresh, organic sauce and delicious cheese that I would love to get down on.
That sounds delicious. The Pyramids of Giza are Cairo's #1 half-day trip and a must-do attraction on everyone's itinerary. Right on the edge of the city on the Giza Plateau, those 4th Dynasty funerary temples have been wowing travelers for centuries and continue to be one of the country's major highlights. There's a lot to do in Egypt. In fact, in Cairo specifically, they have the Egyptian Museum, which was founded in 1857 by August Mariette, and moved to his current home in the distinctive powder pink mansion in downtown Cairo in 1897. There's also plenty of mosques to see. If you're interested in seeing old school mosques that were basically completed in AD 972, this is the place to go. Their top dining destination in Cairo is Zamalek. I've never been personally, but I heard that they have like some of the best diverse cuisine that you could ever try. So Egypt, the pyramids, the mosques. There's even a community of people, like some people think that when they go to Egypt, it's just like a desert. And when you go to Cairo, you're just going to see all these sand dunes with camels. But contrary to popular belief, there's actually like a whole community where there's like trees, the Nile River, there's like water, there's like color. So it's not just brown and beige,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who thought that it was just desert and hot because the things that you see on the movies, right? And then I didn't think to look up and be like, what's around there? What do they have? But that sounds interesting. I would definitely love to just roll around in the sand dunes. I don't know why, but I feel like that's everyone.
And that's been my dream. I've never been able to see the pyramids, so I definitely want to check those out sometime in my lifetime. And I recommend that everyone see. It's like one of the 7th wonders, right, in the world. So I would definitely recommend that everyone take that trip once in their lifetime.
Definitely. Well, you know what, Bima?
What?
We are in the final 2.
Ooh! You know, I see what you're wearing. I see you got your Japanese dress on, and I have my Cairo desert garb right here. You see it?
I love it too. Yeah. I know we were debating back and forth, like which one?
Yeah.
But you guys shall see.
So let's get into number 2. One of my favorite destinations, Dubai.
Yes. Let's see it.
Dubai is located on the Arabian Peninsula, west of the Gulf of Oman and east of the Persian Gulf at the north end of the United Arab Emirates, or UAE. With a growth rate of about 5.6%, Dubai has a population of a little less than 3.4 million people. Known as one of the richest cities in the world, Dubai is also the second most expensive city in the region. One of the premier sights to see in Dubai is the Burj Khalifa, previously known as the Burj Dubai. Built in January 2010, the Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world, standing at 2,717 feet high, or 163 floors. Other amazing landmarks include Dubai. Included in Dubai is also home to the largest flower garden called the Dubai Miracle Garden. The garden is 236,000 feet and located at Dubai or Dubai Land, I don't know. Then there's the Dubai Fountain, Dubai Mall, the Atlantis Aqua Venture Water Park, Ski Dubai, Camel Safari, and riding quad bikes in the Dubai desert. So there's plenty of things to do in Dubai. And here's an interesting fact, Gloria. Okay. Dubai is home to artificial islands as well. These are man-made islands, okay? And they have 3 of them off the coast of Dubai, okay? Wow. So you gotta have some money to go to this place. Okay?
I don't know who thought of that, but somebody was just like, you know what? There's no islands. Well, I'm gonna make
an island.
You're not gonna stop me.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So there's a lot to see, a lot to do. It's still a developing area in the world. Like they're still developing businesses, they're still establishing residences in the area, but it's nice to see it in its progress.
Yeah.
You know, so I do highly recommend it for people on business or if you just want a vacation with the family.
Yeah, I would definitely pick the aqua park. So that's
yeah.
All right, and we finally made it to the number 1 spot.
Number 1. Woohoo!
Osaka, Japan. Let's go into Osaka.
Osaka, Japan.
Osaka. Osaka, Japan, a city in the Kanzi region. Osaka, Japan is the 3rd largest city behind Tokyo and Yokohama, with 2.7 million in population. Now, there are many reasons to visit Osaka, one being its nightlife and street food. For sure, the heart of nightlife lies in Osaka. This area is filled with theaters, restaurants, cafes, bars, arcades, and nightclubs. So it's very energetic and has a great atmosphere. And there's a canal that runs right through the city of Dantabori. So you can just imagine the setup that it gives you when you're out and about with your friends or, you know, having a night out on the town. Now, did I mention the street food? I did just mention the street food, right? Now, there's this thing called okonomiyaki, which means whatever you like cooked. So this is a thick, savory pancake that you can get on the street because it's street vendors out everywhere. And you can just tell them whatever you want to put in this pancake. So you can have sliced pork, you can have cabbage, you can have chicken, you can have onions, those green onions, savory onions thrown on there, rizzled with whatever sauce you like, and just munch on it and walk and explore the city. Also, another reason why I chose Osaka was because of the scenery. You know, the cherry blossoms bloom in Japan, and Osaka is one of the cities that it happens to bloom at. And you can specifically see the cherry blossoms at the Osaka Castle. So there's
they have castles?
Wow.
There's
many things to see. And it's just so much that we can't even list them all. But you should be your #1 destination.
Yay! And that concludes our top 10 list of travel destinations.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us. And once again, I'm Gloria Altamia.
Yeah, I'm Betty Bima, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, man, tell all your friends.
That was-
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, man, tell all your friends, yeah.
On the way to the airport, and there's nobody here, guys. Nobody. This never happens. This is the LAX. It never happens. Oh, hey guys, I'm just taking a nap as I fly to Spain, you know, the usual. I'm gonna catch some Z's and I'll catch you later.